Hello and welcome to the Stamp Camp. I'm Glenda Calkins and it is Thursday night. That means it is One Sheet Wonder night. I popped on a few minutes before 8 because my computer is saying that my audio is not what it should be. So I wanted to pop on, get it started, see what's happening, if you can hear me good, or if there's any problems, I can try to get that fixed before I start my presentation at 8 o'clock. So we got about a minute to respond. If you're on, respond if you can hear me okay, if everything looks good, and that will help me out greatly. I can hear you fine on YouTube. Perfect. Thank you so much for responding. And thanks for joining me tonight. Tonight, it's Thursday night, means it's One Sheet Wonder night. If you join me every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to show you a one sheet wonder. Now, I do it with 12 by 12 papers. I've done it with 6 by 6, 8.5 by 11, pretty much any size paper. I've done it 6 by 12. Anything I can get my hands on. I like to use the whole sheet. Sometimes I have little bits and pieces left over, but pretty much the whole sheet is used. That is because I know how we all hate cutting up those beautiful pieces of designer series paper, but you gotta do it, and I think you'll love the results once you do. And then while you're cutting, you might as well cut and make a bunch of cards at one time. Tonight I am going to be showing you 4 cards. 2 cards are the same and 2 cards are different. They're all fun fold cards, and they're all going to use the same 12 by 12 sheet of the Perennial Lavender Designer Series paper. I'll pass your questions to Glenda. Oh, Bill's on. Nice. So then I know if there's any issues, somebody can holler at me, because sometimes I sit here and say, if somebody could holler at me, that would be appreciated. So we are at 8 o'clock. Let's get started. So tonight I'm going to be using the Perennial Lavender Designer Series paper. This is part of my Stamp Camp at Home Card Club kit for this month. If you are new to my YouTube channel, or this is the first time tuning in, every month I feature a bundle of products, and if you're in my club, you will get card kits to create 8 cards, and then you'll get all the downloads for my Thursday night one sheet wonder, the pattern, and the measurements from the cards that I created. If you want to know more about my Stamp Camp at Home Card Club, once I am done tonight, I will put the link on my blog post to the blog where it talks about my club. So let me change the camera and show you what I'm talking about. All right, so in this month's kit, club members are getting 6 by 12 of that gorgeous Perennial Lavender Designer Series paper. They're also going to get a sheet of the tiny mini dimensionals, package of the purple fine shimmer gems. They're going to get 8 sheets of the butterfly accents.
I got a question.
Yes.
Can you purchase the Stamp Camp Club PDFs? I'm in Canada.
No, sorry. It's only for club members. So bummer about that. But I think you'll get most of the ideas. I do tend to tell the measurements when I'm doing my classes tonight. If there's something you want to know, hit me up and I can tell you that. They also get the card kits to create 8 cards, 4 different designs. They create 2 of each design. So do you want to see those, what they're going to make this month? I popped on here this week and showed a fun fold card. I guess that was yesterday. And I showed them then, but you might have not seen that, so I'll show you again tonight. This is the first card. When they first start, it's always a simple, quick and easy, basic card. And then the next one is this gorgeous print. I mean, you can't not create gorgeous cards with this paper pack. It is so pretty, and with those butterflies. But this one folds out like this. This side tucks under, so it's just a little different. This one here flips open and up, so just kind of different fold. And then this one here, it looks technical, but it's pretty easy. And the beauty of my club is they get written PDF file, but they also get a video tutorial with a step-by-step, me putting everything together. So they can always fast forward and rewind. It sits like that. Isn't that cute? They can always fast forward, rewind if they miss something or if they need to watch something again. That's what I like about video, right? So they did not, club members do not need to purchase the bundle, but if they want their sentiments to be identical to mine, then they're going to want to purchase the bundle. There's 2 bundles that are in the suite of products with the Perennial Lavender Designer Series paper. There's the Painted Lavender bundle, stamp set and dies, and then there's the Perennial Postage bundle, which is stamp set and dies. These, the Painted Lavender, stamp set and dies, are carrying over into the new catalog that will start May 1st. They will no longer be bundled. You would have to purchase them separately. So if you buy this bundle in April, you're going to save 10%. Now, the Perennial Postage. This stamp set is not in the new catalog. That means April 30th is the last day you could purchase this bundle and save 10% because this one is going away. The dies, the postage stamps dies, are in the annual catalog, but if you purchase the bundle now, you're going to save 10%. So that gives you the down low on that. The paper is in the annual catalog, so we're still going to see this gorgeous paper. What else? I think that's about it. So this is the print I'm going to use tonight. I'm going to cut that up, and we're going to create 4 cards. Fun fold. So I'm going to put this in my trimmer here at 5 1/4. Make sure that everything is straight. And we're going to cut. And then I'm going to put this in at 5 1/4, and we're going to cut. And I'm going to save this. And I'm going to do both of these at the same time. And my first cut is going to be at 4 inches. I need to put my glasses on here. And then my next cut is going to be at 2 3/4 inch. And then I need another one that is at 2 3/4 inch. And then these will be for the last 2 cards. So the first 2 cards is the exact same fun fold card. I'll do them one at a time. We need a base piece, and I went with the Highland Heather. And it's just a base. It's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then we have our gorgeous piece here. You need an arm mechanism. So that's what this is. And this is, let's see, 1 inch by 4 3/4. And then it's scored at 1 1/4. So I'm going to fold on that score line. Just like that. And you can see the little arm here. You're going to put the little smaller side, you're going to put adhesive on that. And then, let's see, I'm going to use my grid kind of, that looks like that's centered, and put that across there. So I have the folded side here, and just that where it was scored at 1 1/4 is stuck. Okay, that's my little arm mechanism. Now I can attach my Designer Series paper. So I'm going to center that like so. Now I have another piece of the same Highland Heather, and we're going to attach that right down the center here, just on that arm. But I want the same amount of that designer series paper showing. I want to flip this over, showing on both sides, which that looks to me to be about right. All right, so now I have this little flip arm here. Now I'm going to take the two pieces that were 2 3/4 by 5 1/4, and we're going to attach one to the front of our arm here. And why is it bigger? My pieces were cut wrong. Not these, this. My arm was cut wrong. Let's see. Am I going to be able to get that off? Sure. No problem. So it should be 3 inches by 5 1/2. Correct? Correct. And I'm going to just put a little liquid glue on here. We should be good. All right. So center that. Back up the bus here a little bit. All right, now we can put this on the front. I suppose I could have put it on before I put that purple on, but it's all good. All right, flip that over. And then we're gonna put adhesive on the back side, like so. And you can't even see that arm. Works perfectly. So now it's just a matter of decorating it. So what I did, let me see, get my papers in here. For the inside, I have a piece of white, and then I just cut some of the Highland Heather, and I cut some of the That's Pretty. I cut some of the Gorgeous Grape. What do you like? Gorgeous Grape or keep it all Highland Heather? Let me know, and I can do that with the next one. So let me get my cover back on my glue here. And then I'll show you a trick for placement of that. So I'm going to stick this on. And if you wanted to decorate the inside, you have the stamp set. You could put a little thing like that, which maybe we'll do that. Just like that. Decorate that as well. Now, to get that so it is perfectly where you want it, you're going to move it over to this side here. Center it on the so that it's the same at the top and the bottom. And it's inside the perimeter here of your piece. And then just fold it closed. And you should be good. Just like that. So now for the front. I used the postage stamp dies and the Perennial postage sentiments. So I have, I'm going to stick with the, no, I don't want that one. I went with this one right here. We're going to stick with the lavender. And then I'm going to bring in those butterflies. So I punched one out. Let me see. I got to have a piece of scrap. So you can use white but I like to color it. There's different ways you can color it. You can use the mini or small blending brushes with your ink pads, which is what I'm going to do. You can use your spritzer, put some re-inker, some alcohol in the spritzer and spritz them. I find if I use this and put my Highland Heather and my ink pads on there, when I go to rub, it doesn't move all over the place. And this is the Highland Heather, so this is the lighter. So I'm going to just come in to the side, and if you want to leave a little white, you can, or you can, you know, come in and color it off. But I'm just going to come in and do a little bit of the Highland Heather, and then I'm going to come in with the gorgeous grape for the ends of the wings, just a little deeper, darker in color. So I just kind of brush it around until I have it as dark as I want. But you can see it's kind of variegated. And I love the results of this. I mean, you can probably come up with something with that too. All right, so now I've already stamped on there, sending love and best wishes. So it could be for a birthday, it could be for an anniversary. You could even use it for a wedding. Then I just have a piece of the Highland Heather. I'm going to pop that up on the front. So let me get some dimensionals here. You like the grape. Okay, so the next one I will come in with the grape. Now you could put it higher. I'm going to center it, I think. And then for my butterfly, you could liquid glue it, which probably would be quicker and easier. I do use the dimensionals sometimes and just cut down the sides so I got little strips of it. And I'm just going to dot it here and there. It will be plenty good to stick down. And we'll stick that just like that. And then I'm going to come in with some of those gorgeous purple glimmer glitter. So I'm going to stick with the Highland Heather, I think. I'll put one on my butterfly. And then we'll just put a couple on the front. Like so. So there you have the first one. Quick and easy. If you wanted more to write, you could actually put another thing here. You could, you know, put something there. There's decorate however you like, but that's the first one. So we're going to do the same thing again. I'm going to have to cut another piece because I cut all these too small. So that was 5.5 by 3. Perfect. Okay, so we're back to our hinge. Fold on that score line. Put some adhesive on that. Let's see, what looks to be center? Does that look centered? Maybe I'll go up one. Nope, I think right there. That looks to be centered to me. Now I can put my piece inside again. And you could make one gorgeous grape card base, one Highland Heather. It also looks very nice with crumb cake. Now I got my piece here. Why did I do that? If I did that, it would stick it. The hinge would do me no good. That's why it pays to watch what I do. Because, yes, I do make mistakes. Like going way to that edge. There we go. All right, so we're going to center this on our arm. Got a little bit there. We're good. Come in with our paper again. Love this print. Actually, I don't think there's a print in the pack that I do not love. All right, flip that open. We're going to cover up that arm out of tape. Cover up that arm with this other piece. Highland Heather. So it's a toss-up between Highland Heather and Gorgeous Grape. All right, so this time I'll go with the Gorgeous Grape. All right, and then I need to put this on here. All right, so we'll center that. Top and bottom. That looks pretty good. Flip that closed. Open it up. Does it need to be moved? It looks like it might need to be tipped up just a hair. There we go. Now for the front on this one, I took the postage stamp die, and then I used the stamps from the painted lavender. I used this one right here, put them butterflies on there, big hugs, and then some gems. So I'm going to mat that. I already got those gems on there, so all right. We're going to pop that up. These are the tiny ones again. What did I do with my big ones? I forget where I set things down at. I want these. Okay. So now we're going to put that on. Then I thought I would just do a little bow. And I used the crumb cake baker's twine. They're kind of all, I did a double bow. So put that on and then I'll trim up my ends. So that's just a little bit different decoration. Let me see, I can put this on the inside. I have another one of these, so I will do that. Now you could stamp directly on there and not do the die cut. Choice is yours, but there's that. So here's the one with the butterfly, and then this one's with the stamps. And I did another one today, and I just used all the stamps and dies and really flutzed this one up. And I didn't put any sentiment on it. Sometimes I like cards without sentiments because then I can make it for whatever I want when I stamp the butterflies. So I could do that on the inside of those too. But that's just using the stamps and the dies. And then this one is using that postage stamp and those sentiments from that. So those are the first two. Now we got these leftover strips here. So the first one, there's a couple different ways you can use these strips. So I'm going to show you two different ways. This one, the card base is 7 1/4 by 5 1/2, and then it's scored at 3 inches and at 6 inches. So I've already went ahead and did that. Now I just need to decide which color base I'm gonna go with on this card. That really pops. I'm not sure. I like them both. The reason why I'm thinking I might go with the lavender or the Highland Heather is because we have to use this strip. And I'm going to use that strip on the inside here. I don't know if I want to go to the top. I think I'm going to do that. So I'm going to cut that strip 5 1/2, but I have a score line here because it is going to, it's the little mechanism for opening it up. So that score line is at 1 1/4, so I need to cut my strip at 5 1/2 by 1 inch. I call this mystery stamping because I have not created these cards, so the only one I did was that one I showed you with the bouquet because I was curious how that was gonna turn out. So this little strip here and this. Okay, so we're gonna start in here and we're going to attach that to our white on that side. That's why I like this, because the other side is just as pretty, but it doesn't have any direction, so it can go in any direction. So I'm going to attach that like so, and I think it's got to be trimmed ever so slightly. Now this piece, I'm not going to throw it away because why waste that? Let's see, I'm losing it here. It's slipping under my glass mat. There it is. I'm going to put that over here on this side because I have it. It's perfect size. You could also put it on this side. So maybe I'll do that. It's kind of pretty. So now I'm going to put this on the lavender, I think. What do you think? Lavender or grape? Okay, I'm going to do the grape. Gorgeous grape. All right, then I'm going to center that. Just like that. And then this will fold back. Now I probably want like this. So I'm going to attach that. You are simply marvelous. I'm going to put a couple dimensionals just on this side right here. And I'm going to stick that right up here. So to open this, you bend it back and open it. But we got to put something on here. It's just too plain. We got to spruce that up a bit. I have this already nice and tied. Just got to trim it. It's like a haircut. And then I'm going to put my gems on there. This time I'm going to use the gorgeous grape ones. And there. Isn't that pretty? I like that over here because when it's open like that, it still gives you a pretty inside. So, yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. You could add the flowers, stamp that in. You could always add a butterfly inside. There's lots of possibilities for your decorating. Okay, so that's, I don't know what that's called, but that's just another fun fold. So the next one, let's see, we got this little paper left and we got this strip. So for this next one, I have, it is 7 1/4 scored at 4 1/4. I'm going to fold that on the score line. We need to cut this down to 5 1/2, or I'm going to cut it at 5 1/4 this time. I won't go all the way down. We're going to put that on the inside. So I'm just going to stick that down like that. Let's see. Do I do it the same or do I do the Highland Heather? I think I'll do the Highland Heather. Switch things up a little bit. So when I do mystery stamping, it's probably not quite as organized as I usually am when I have my things already planned out. But that's okay. That's how you see how we come up with ideas, and it's just playing around with this stuff. And all right, so that's gonna go like that. And then I will come in with another sentiment. Let's see, what should I put on this one? Would this work? Yeah, I think it will. All right, so I'm gonna go with the gorgeous grape ink. And I'm gonna, I just inked my ink pad, so I'm gonna set that aside a minute. I'm gonna show you how I stamp these long flowers that I die cut out on the other one. There's like a thicker, maybe I can show you better on here. Okay, so there's this one here, and then there's this tall skinny one here. So with the bigger, thicker one, I use the Highland Heather ink. It's just a lighter ink. So let me bring that in. And I'm going to do it right to the side here. And then I take that skinny one. I don't know if this is how it's supposed to be, but this is how I did it, and I liked how it turned out. So I'm going to take the skinnier one, and I'm going to come up right up the center So it's like you get a two-toned on that flower. I would think it is lavender maybe, since that's the name of the stamp set. And then we can assemble this. All right, and then I'm going to put that there, but I only want to put my dimensionals if I want a dimensional on this side, or I can just stick it flat. I think I'll stick it just flat. And we'll put that off to the side like so. I got one more bow tied, so we might as well use that up. I didn't know exactly where I'd be using them, but it came in handy. And then we'll come in. We'll mix it up. We'll do some Highland Heather, and then we'll do some, that was Gorgeous Grape. Highland Heather and Gorgeous Grape mixed up here on the front. There you have it. Those are our one sheet wonder cards for tonight. I think they turned out really nice. I'm very pleased. Now these look the same, but they're different. This one opens like this, and this one you flip it back and open. So just something that you can do with your leftover paper strips. And then we got our two hinged cards from tonight. So just different ways of decorating. Use those use those butterflies that are in the suite, or use your stamp sets. Do like that. I got to put them butterflies on there. I forgot to do that. I'm going to use, I don't know. I'm going to use Highland Heather. I got the butterfly stamp out, so I might as well use it. And I got to put it on this one since I got a butterfly on the front. Oh, shoot. That's what I get for not pretty good. I probably had my head in the way. Sorry about that. So those are your 4 fun fold cards for tonight using that one 12 by 12 sheet. It is One Sheet Wonder Night. If you need any of the supplies, or if you would like to know more about my Stamp Camp at Home Card Club, you can click on Show More under the video. There's a list of supplies that I use. Click on any of those links and it will bring you to my online store. Do appreciate any and all orders. If you are new to my YouTube channel, make sure that you like, share, subscribe. Click on that bell in the upper right hand corner so you always know when I go live. That is it for tonight. Thanks for stopping by.